Hello friends, good morning. So today I'm going to start a very important topic in non-destructive testing, ultrasonic testing. So ultrasonic is the one of the very important topic. So I will explain you today. I will describe myself Ajay Kumar Tripathi. I am Tech in Quality, ASLT Level 3, CSIP 3.2, NEST CIP Level 2, IRCA Certified Lead Auditor, IDIP Diploma in International Safety from DeVos, UK. I am having more than 16-year working experience international in oil and gas top 10 company worldwide, mostly more than 20 country I work. So let's start. This is my YouTube channel which I am driving and I am putting my YouTube videos daily wise, so you can subscribe and get it update. Knowledge Corner. This is my YouTube channel. Okay. Ultrasonic testing. I will describe about principles, type of waves, frequency, velocity, wavelengths, reflection, divergence, attenuation, mode of convergence, contact testing and immersion testing, normal beam and straight beam, angle beam and dual crystal probes. These are the ultrasonic testing and techniques. Resonance testing through transmission techniques, pulse echo techniques, and what instruments we use in the UT, what accessories and types and frequency and size. Reflection block for the calibration of equipments, applications, advantage and limitations, and PAVT and TOFD. These are the advanced UT. Time of flight diffraction and phase delay ultrasonic testing. Here is about spectrum of sound. If your frequency is the 0 to 20, that is your infrasound, which is come under the earthquake. Earthquake is the come under the infrasound. If frequency is the 20 to 20,000 hertz, that is your audible sounds, like while you speak and or music. These are your audible sound, and that frequency range is the 20 to 20,000 hertz. Ultrasound is the greater than 20,000 hertz. So introduction about the UT, which is the applicable to the most of the material, metallic and non-metallic. Ultrasonic testing uses high frequency sound energy to conduct examination and make the measurement. Ultrasonic examinations can conducted on the wide variety of the material forms, including castings, forgings, weld and composites. In this method, surface and internal discontinuities such as laps, seams, void, cracks and blowholes, inclusion and lack of bonds can be accurately evaluated by this. Basic principle of the ultrasonic testing: sound is transmitted in the material to be tested. The sound reflected back to the probe is the display on the flaw detector, as you see in the pictures. Like if you see here, the distance the sound travel can be displayed on the flaw detector. The screen can be calibrated to give the accurate reading on the distance signal from the back wall, which is the showing on the screen. The presence of a defect in the material show up on the screen the flaw detector with the less distance than the bottom of the material, which is then display on the screen. Like if you see, the first signal is the defect signal and second is your back wall signal. Back wall signal means your waves are going from the top of your material from the bottom and it back to you. That is your back wall signal. Like if you see the screens, that of the defects can be seen. Like if you see the 60 mm, so it can be measured by this on the screen. The closer the reflector to the surface, the signal will be the more to the left of the screen, as you seen in the picture. The thinner of the material, the less distance the sound travels, like A, B and C. So A here is the sound is the travel more, B is the less and C is the more. C is the less, sorry. Because your thickness is the less on C, B and A. A is the highest thickness. Basic principle of the UT in the ultrasonic testing: the ultrasound transducer connected to the diagnostic machines is passed over the object being inspected. The transducer is typically separated from the test object by the couplant such as oil or water, as in the immersion testing. However, when ultrasonic testing is conducted with the electromagnetic acoustic transmitter EMAT, that there is no couplet is required. There are two methods of the receiving the waveforms, that is the reflection and second is the attenuation. As you seen on the screen, here is the pictures are the given. Like sounds, there is a three terminology. One is your wavelength. Wavelength is the distance required to complete a cycle. That is the wavelength. It measured in meter or mm. Frequency, the number of cycle per unit time, that is measured in hertz or cycle per second. Velocity is how quick the sound travels, and distance per unit time, that measured in meter per second. Basic principle of sound, that sound is produced by the vibrating body and travel in the form of a wave. Sound wave travel through material by the vibrating the particles that make up the material. The pitch of the sound is determined by the frequency of the waves. Vibrations are cycle completed in a certain period of time. Ultrasound is sound with a pitch too high to be detected by the human ear. Property of the sound waves, sound cannot travel in a vacuum. Sound energy to be transmitted and transferred from one particle to another. Sound waves, all sound waves, whether audible or ultrasonic or mechanical vibrations, involve movement of the medium in which they are traveling. A sound waves may be transmitted through any material which behaves in an elastic manner. Longitudinal waves, transverse or shear waves, and surface or Rayleigh waves. Ultrasonic waves are very similar to the light waves in that can be reflected, refracted, and focused. Reflection and refraction occur when sound waves interact with the interfaces of differing acoustic property. In solid material, the vibration energy can be split into the different wave modes when the wave encounter an interface at an angle other than the 90 degree. Ultrasonic reflection from the presence of the discontinuity or the geometric features enable detections and location. The velocity of the sound in a given material is constant and can only be altered by the change in the mode of energy. Longitudinal waves are the wave in which the displacement of the medium is in the same directions as opposite directions to the direction of the propagation of the wave. Mechanical longitudinal waves are also called the compression or compression waves because they produce the compression and rarefactions when they are traveling through a medium, and pressure waves because they produce the increase and decrease in the pressure. Here is the pictures. If you see, longitudinal waves are the going in the propagating on the picture. If you see, these are the compression waves, also known as the compression and rarefactions. These are the wavelengths. Longitudinal waves, you can see the pictures. Transverse or shear waves. A transverse wave is the moving wave that consists of the oscillations occurring perpendicular right angles to the direction of energy transfers or the propagation of the wave. If transverse waves is moving in the positive x direction, it is the oscillations or in ups and down directions that lie in the y and z planes. Light is in the example of the transverses, while sound is the longitudinal wave ripple in a pound angles and string are the easily visualized as the transverse waves. Transverse waves, that is the direction of the waves and displacement. If you see on the pictures, that amplitudes, how it is going on the y directions, that is your height is your amplitude, and wavelengths, while one pitch to another pitch, that is you can see the wavelength. You also must know what is the crest and what is the thaw. So if it is the going in the positive direction y, that is your crest, and negative direction, that is your thaw. Okay. Surface or Rayleigh waves. This type of waves can be traveled only along the surface bounded on one side by the strong elastic forces of the solid and on the other by the nearly non-existent elastic forces between the gas molecules. Surface waves therefore are essentially non-existent in a solid immersed in a liquid unless the solid liquid covers the solid surface only as a very thin layer. This you can see the surface waves. Plate or lamp waves are similar to the surface wave except They can only be generated in a material in a few wavelengths thick, that is the thin film. Lamb waves are the complex vibrational waves that propagate parallel to the test surface throughout the thickness of the material. Lamb waves, there are two types, that is the symmetrical lamb waves, more in the symmetrical fashion about the medium midden plane on the plate. This is the sometimes called the extension mode because the wave is stretching and the compressing the plate in the wave motion direction. The symmetrical lamb wave mode is often called the flexural mode because a large portion of the motion is in the normal direction to the plate and a little motion occurs in the direction parallel to the plate. In this mode, the body of the plate bends as two surfaces move in the same direction. There are many different modes of the wave propagation. The table summarizes in the four types of the waves that used in the NDT. Longitudinal waves, as you know, it is known as the compression wave also. It particles moving in the parallel directions. Transverse wave, that is known as the shear wave also, perpendicular wave direction. Surface or relief waves, elliptical orbitals, that is the symmetrical mode, and plate wave, that is the component perpendicular to the surface. What is velocity? So the velocity of a sound in a particular material is a constant. It is the product of a density and velocity of a material. It will not change if frequency changes, only the wavelength changes. Example, if you see here, that is your compression velocity in a steel, that is your 5960 meter per second. Compression waves in a water, that is your 1470 meter per second, and compression in the air, that is the 330 meter per second. Here is a longitudinal wave. Speed of sound in a solid materials can be found as, these are the formula, very important, you must know about this. Okay. From the above equations, it can be found that longitudinal wave travel faster than the shear waves, twice as fast as shear waves. The table below give an example of the compression and shear sound velocity in the some metals: aluminum, if you see the figure out, steel, cast iron, copper, and titanium. Okay. Acoustic is spectrum. So if you see on the pictures as it is given, there is a frequency range. If you see the ultrasonic range, sonic and audible range, and human range. Okay. Frequency, if you see 1 second, 1 cycle per second, that is your 1 hertz. 3 cycle per second, that is your 3 hertz, and 18 cycle in the 1 second, that is your 18 hertz. Okay. As you know, frequency is the number of cycle per second, and that is known as the frequency. So in the first picture, this is the 1 cycle is going on. In the second picture, this is 3 cycle, and third picture, this is the 18 cycles. Wavelength resolution is the ability to system to locate the discontinuity closer together. Wavelength. The wavelength is the distance required to complete a cycle. Is the distance required to complete a cycle. Sound waves are the vibration of particles in the solid, liquid, and gases. A particles vibrating about a mean position. Among the property of the waves propagating in the isotropic solid materials are the wavelength, frequency, and velocity. The wavelength is directly proportional to the velocity of the waves and inversely proportional to the frequency of the waves. This relationship is shown in the equation lambda is equal to v by f. Lambda is the wavelength, v is the velocity, and f is the frequency. Wavelength and frequency, the higher the frequency, the smaller the wavelength. Smaller the wavelength, higher the sensitivity. Sensitivity is known as the smallest detectable flaw by the system or the technique. In the UT, the smallest detectable flaw is the 1 by 2. Means smallest detectable capacity of the ultrasonic testing, that is the 1 by 2. Means half of the wavelength. It is very important topics. Reflection is known as the light can be bent and moved through a material, which is called the refraction. or light can bounce off the material, which is called the reflection. When sound travels in a given medium, it strikes the surface of another medium and bounce back in some other direction. This phenomenon is called the reflection of the sound. The wave are called the incident and the reflected sound waves. Divergence, a term used to describe the spreading of the ultrasonic waves beyond the near field. It is a function of a transducer diameter and wavelength in the medium. Divergence angle within the far field between the beam axis and the beam edge at which the amplitude has fallen by the defined level. Scattering is known as the reflection of a sound beams from its original direction of a propagation, and absorption, it is the conversion of a sound energy from one form to the some another form. Attenuation of the sound waves, it is combined effect of the scattering and the absorptions, which states that when a sound beam travels through any medium, its intensity gradually reduces due to the scattering and absorption. Attenuation defines the decay rate of the propagating sound waves. A is equal to A0 e to the power minus alpha z. A is the your unattenuated. A0 is their initials amplitude, alpha is their attenuation coefficient, and z is their travel distance. Test techniques. Ultrasonic testing is the very versatile inspection method, and inspection can be accomplished in a number of the different ways. Ultrasonic inspection techniques are commonly divided into three primary classifications: pulse echo through transmission, and normal beam and angle beam, and contact and immersion. Pulse echo method, this is the method most commonly utilized in the ultrasonic testing of the material. The transmitter and the receiver probes are the same side of the specimen, and the presence of a defect is indicated by the receptions of echo before that of the back wall echo. CRT scheme is calibrated to show the separation in the distance between the time of arrival and separation distance between the time of arrival of a defect echo as against the back wall echo of a specimen. Therefore, the location of a defect can be accessed accurately. Pulse echo techniques, as you see the pictures, it is the coiled bed defines. TR probes are the going back wall echo, defects are coming, so first is the defect and then back wall echo, and large defects, so as you can see. Pulse echo technique, single probe send and receive the sounds, give an indication of defect depth and dimensions, not fail safe. Through transmission methods, in the material there is a two probes, one is your transmitter probe and second is your receiver probes. So in the items, one side is your transmitter probe, another side of your item, that is the receiver probes. Sound beams are going from the one side and then the receiving from the other side. In this method, two ultrasonic probes are used, one is the transmitter probe, other is the receiving probe. As you can see the pictures, how it is going to happen, you can understand. Through transmission testings, that you can see the transmitter and receiver, it also goes from one end to another end. There is a two probes, one side is the transmitter, another side is the receiver. Through transmission testing, as you can see, transmitting and receiving probes are opposite side of the specimen. Presence of the defect indicated by the reduction in the transmission signal, no indication of the defect locations, fail safe method. Two transmission techniques advantage, that is the less attenuations, no probe ringing, no dead zone, orientation does not matter. Disadvantage, the defect not located, defect cannot be identified, vertical defect don't show, must be automated, need across to both surfaces. So transmissions with reflections, also known as the tandem techniques or pulse pitch catch technique. Resonance method, a condition of the resonance existence whenever the thickness of a material equal half the wavelength of sound or any multiple thereof in that material. Control of wavelength in the ultrasonic is achieved by the control of the frequency. Resonance method, knowing the resonance of fundamental frequency and velocity v of a sound Ultrasound in the specimen, the thickness T of specimen under test can be calculated from the T is equal to B upon 2L. Since it is difficult to recognize the fundamental mode of vibration, the fundamental frequency is usually calculated from the difference of two adjacent harmonics which are deflected by the two adjacent rise in the pulse amplitude. T is equal to B upon 2 Fn minus Fn minus 1. F is the frequency and Fn is, that is the previous one. Resonance method. This method is used for the inspection of large ingot and casting, particularly when the attenuation is high and gross defects are present. Method does not give the size and location of the defect. It additions good mechanical coupling and alignment of the two probes is essential. The techniques of the ultrasonic testings are either of the contact types or immersion type. In contact type, the probe is placed in the direct contact with the test specimen with a thin liquid film used as a couplant for the better transmissions of the ultrasonic waves into the test specimen. In the immersion type, the waterproof probes is used at some distance from the test specimen and the ultrasonic beam is transmitted in the material through a water path and water column. Contact type techniques, that is the normal beam techniques, and that is ultrasonic beam is the projected perpendicular into the test specimen. The technique may be used either signal, double or normal beam probes. With a single probe, the transmitter of the probes acts as the both transmitter and the receiver, as indicated on the pictures. Angle beam techniques is used to transmit ultrasonic waves in the test specimen at a predetermined angle to the test surface. Transverse waves at a various angle of the reflection between the 35 degree to 30 degree are used to locate the defects whose orientation is not suitable for the detection by the normal beam techniques. Surface wave techniques are having used very successful for the great number of applications, particularly in the aircraft industry. Main advantage of the surface wave is that they follow the gentle contour and are reflected sharply only by the sudden change in the contour, thus making a very useful tool for the examinations of complex shape component. The main limitation of the test these waves is that they are almost immediately attenuated if the surface finish is rough, is covered in a scale and a liquid, or if any pressure is applied by another object. Immersion testing techniques are mainly used in the laboratory and a large installations doing automatic ultrasonic testing. It has the advantage that the uniform couplant conditions are obtained and longitudinal and transverse waves can be generated by the same probe simply by the changing the incident beam angle. In the immersion technique, both the probe and the test specimen are immersed in the water. Ultrasonic beam is directed through the water into the test specimen using either a normal beam techniques for the generating a longitudinal wave or angle beam technique for the generating a transverse waves. The formula. Immersion testing, it is the like if you can see on the pictures how it is going. You have the materials under the water, there is the water delay path and your surface entry. You can see how it is happening. You have manipulator, you have probes, you have plates, and in the immersion testing your probe must be inside the water, and it is very important your water path should be greater than 4 times from your plate. Immersion testing in the bubbler and the squirt technique also be used. Ultrasonic beam is directed through a water column into the test specimen. The technique is used an automated system for high-speed scanning of the plate, sheet, strips, cylindrical forms and other regulatory shaped form. Immersion testing, it is the bubbler and the squirtler. These are the pictures as it is mentioned. In bubblers, you can see the overflow, transducers and water couplant supply. And the wheel transmissions, you have the wheels and how it is your axle stationary and water fitted the tires, and transducer you have, and your test specimen how it is going to happen. Immersion testing, the wheel transducer techniques and the ultrasonic beam is projected through a water-filled tire into the test instrument. The probe mounted on the wheel axis is held in a fixed position while the wheel and tire rotated freely. Equipments of the ultrasonic testing. Equipment for the ultrasonic testing is very diversified. Proper selections is the important to ensure the accurate inspection data as desired for the specific applications. In general, there are the three basic components that comprise an ultrasonic test systems: instrument, transducer, and calibration standard. Transducers are the manufactured in a variety of form, shape, and size with a variety of applications. Transducers are the categorized in a number of ways, which include the contact or immersion, single or dual elements, and normal or angle beams. Selecting a transducer for a given application, it is important to choose the desired frequency, bandwidth, size, and same case of focusing, which is to optimize the inspections probabilities. Contact transducers. Contact transducers are designed to the withstand rigorous use. Usually have a wear plate on the bottom surface to protect the piezoelectric element from the contact with the surface of the test articles. Contact transducer, as you can see how it is their structures. Your case, you have a caustic barrier between that, and you have the receiving crystals and their transmitting signals. Contact transducer are available with the two piezoelectric crystal in the one housing. These transducers are called the dual element transducers. One crystal acts as a transmitter, another is act as a receiver. This arrangement improves the near surface resolutions because the second transducer does not need to complete a transmit function before the listening to for echo. Dual elements are commonly employed in thickness gauging of the thin material. Angle beam transducers incorporate ways to introduce a reflected shear wave into the material. Incident phase angle is used with the material velocity to determine the desired reflected shear wave. According to Snell law, transducers can be fixed other variable phase angles, common application in the belt examinations. Immersion transducers are designed to transmit sound, whereby the transducers and test specimens are immersed in a liquid coupling medium, usually in the water. Immersion transducers are manufactured with the planar cylindrical and the spherical acoustic lens, that is their focus lens. What is couplant? Couplant is a material, usually liquid, that facilitates the transmission of the ultrasonic energy from the transducer into the test specimen. Couplant is generally necessary because the acoustic impedance mismatch between air and solid is large. Therefore, nearly all the energy is reflected and very little is transmitted into the test material. The couplant displays the air and make it possible to get more sound energy into the test specimen so that the usable ultrasonic signal can be obtained in a contact or subtronic testing. A thin film of oil and glycerin or water is typically used between the transducer and the test surface. When shear waves are to the transmitter, the fluid is generally selected to have the significant viscosity. Pulse receiver, ultrasonic pulse receiver are the bells suited to general purpose ultrasonic testing along with the appropriate transducer and oscilloscope. They can be used for the flaw detections and thickness gauging in a wide variety of the metal, plastic, ceramics, and composites. Ultrasonic pulsars provide a unique low-cost ultrasonic measurement capability. Specialized probable equipment that are dedicated for the ultrasonic inspections merge the pulse receiver with the scope display in one small size battery operated unit. Pulse section of the instrument generated short, large amplitude electric pulse of controlled energy, which are converted into the short ultrasonic pulse. When applied to a ultrasonic transducer's control function associated with the pulse circuit include pulse length is known as the damping, also amount of time the pulse is applied, pulse energy, the voltage applied to the transducer. Instrument ultrasonic equipment is usually purchased to satisfy the specific inspection needs. Some user may purchase general purpose equipment to fulfill a number of inspections applications. Test equipment can be classified in a number of different ways. This may include a portable or stationary, contact or immersion or manual or automated. Further classification of instrument commonly divided them into the four general categories, that is the D-meter, flow detectors, industrial and special applications. D-meter is also known as the digital thickness gauge. D-meter or thickness gauge instrument provide the user with a digital numeric readout. They are designed primarily for the corrosion and the erosion inspections application. Some instruments provide the user with both a digital readout and display of a signal. A distinct advantage of these units is that allow the user to the signal to ensure that the digital measurement desired features. Calibration standards. Calibration is the operation to configuring the ultrasonic test equipment is known values. This provides the inspector with the meaning of comparing test signals to the known measurement. Calibration standards come in a wide variety of the material types configuration due to the diversity of inspections applications. Calibration standards are typically manufactured from the material of the same acoustic property as those of the test articles. Here is the calibration standards, which are known as the your step-based ASTM like thickness calibration standard may be flat, curve of a pipe, tubing applications consisting of simple variable in the material thickness. Distance and area amplitude standard utilize the flat bottom holes and side-drilled holes are established known as the reflector size with changes in the sound path from the entry surface. Calibration standard, that is known as the IIW, DSC, DC, SC and ASME. There are also calibration standard for use in the angle beam inspections when flaws are not parallel to the entry surface. This standard utilize the side-drilled hole, notches and geometric configurations to establish the time distance and the amplitude relationship. Qualification standard, that is known as the AWS resolutions, DC and IOW. Qualification standard differ from the calibration standard in that they use in the purpose of the bearing proper equipment operations and the qualification of the equipment used for the specific code and standard. Data presentation, that is the three forms of the data presentation is the happen on the your UT machine: A scan, B scan and the C scan. A scan is the presentation display in the amount of receiving ultrasonic energy as a function of time. Relative discontinuity size can be estimated by the comparing the signal amplitude to that from a known reflector. A reflector depth can be determined by the position of the signal on a horizontal sweep. B scan presentation is known as the profile view of cross sections of the test system. Only a reflector depth in a cross sections and the linear dimensions can be determined. Limitation to this display technique is the reflector may be masked by the larger reflector near the surface. C presentation is known as the your plan type view of the test system and the discontinuity. C scan presentation are produced with the automated data acquisition system such as the immersion scanning. Use of A scan in the conjunction with the C scan is necessary when the depth determined is determined. What is the advantage of the ultrasonic testing? That is the sensitivity to the small discontinuity both surface and subsurface. Depth of penetration of the flow detection and the measurement is the superior to other method. Only a single-sided access is needed when the pulse echo technique is used. High accuracy is determined in the reflector position and the estimating the size and shape. Minimal part preparations required. Electronic equipment provided instantaneous result. Detailed image can be produced with the automated systems and has the use of thickness measurement in addition to the limitation of the ultrasonic testing. Surface must be accessible to the transmit ultrasound. Skill and training is more extensive than the some other method. Normally required a coupling medium to promote the transfer of sound energy into the test specimen. Materials that are rough, irregular in the shape, very small, exceptionally thin, are not homogeneous and difficult to inspect. Cast iron and other coarse grained materials are difficult to inspect due to the low sound transmissions and high signal noise. Linear defect oriented parallel to the sound we may go to the undetectable, and refresh standard are the required to the both equipments and characterization of the flaw. Thank you very much guys for watching this video. Thank you very much. Please provide me your comments and your feedback. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel as it is mentioned link here. Thank you very much. Take care.